For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC25 coins, please go and check out mmoexp.com. Remember to use the code WOLF at the checkout for now a massive 8% off your order. Link is down below. Go now. The 4213 YouTube, yes, it is the best meta broken, overpowered formation on FC25. I don't really enjoy using it in terms of like my general enjoyment on FC25, but that's just my personal opinion. If you are looking for a formation and custom tactics that will get you the most wins in the weekend league, the fantasy cup, blah blah blah, to get the mic on, it is the 4213 that you're looking at right on your screen right here. And I know what some of you will be saying, oh, it's boring, blah blah blah. I don't disagree with you, YouTube. Hand on my heart, I don't disagree with you. It is a very boring formation to use, but it is the most effective meta formation on the game. So if you want more wins, you will be using this formation. But before we get into that, drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel. We are so close to 35,000, so please hit that subscribe button to my channel so you never miss a video for you. So the 4213, yes, it is the best formation in the game. Very unfortunate, but it is. So as we get into it, and remember YouTube, the code will also be the top pinned comment down below in the comment section. So if you want to just type in the code bar for bar, you will get my custom tactics bar for bar, play for play, exactly what I use. So tactical preset, of course, as always, is going to be custom. I don't really know why you would use anything else other than custom on the tactical preset. Personally, it is definitely the best thing to use. The formation, of course, is the 4213. It does have the two CDMs with the cam, and then the left winger, the right winger, and the striker, and then the very traditional back four. Now, as we get into the build-up style, there are two options which I recommend. Option number one is the option that I use, and I think is the option that everyone should use, but there can be a tweak if certain things happen, which I will explain in a minute. And that is balanced on the build-up style. Players will vary between forward runs and coming short. The team's transition to the in-possession shape will be steady rather than sudden. I think that's the best thing to use. I know it's the best thing to use, should I say, and it works for me, but, and there is a but, if you are someone that struggles defensively, which might be many of you that are watching this video, or hardly any of you that are watching this video, but if I am talking directly to you, do you struggle defensively? Do you concede a lot of goals when you are playing FC25? I would recommend to use counter on the build-up style. This approach encourages players to get in behind the opposition's defence as the team transitions quickly from defence to attack. But what that doesn't say is your players will run back quickly when you lose the ball as well and get back in their defensive shape. So that is a very key aspect. So if you are someone that does struggle defensively, I would recommend counter on the build-up style. But if you're not, you're like me, you like to score goals, try and have some fun, or as much fun as you can in the 4213, I would definitely recommend balanced on the build-up style. Now, the defensive approach though, YouTube, I'm going to rub my hands with this. You may or may not know by now, but there is a very broken defensive approach which you should be using regardless if you struggle defensively, if you're an elite defender, if you're a Division 10 defender, regardless, you should be using aggressive on the defensive approach with 95 line height. You just should use that. It is the broken, well, the kind of like the new broken thing in the game at the minute. It will automatically offside trap, automatically press for you in certain positions, kind of like a pressure on heavy touch or a press after possession loss in previous FIFAs. It is so broken, and I cannot recommend this enough to you. But if you really don't want to use that because you are worried, you won't really notice the 95 line height though. I will say that, like, you don't really notice that your team's really high at the pitch. Like, you really don't notice it. But if you are someone that will just completely not use it, because that might be quite a few of you, I would recommend either high on 70. I mean, personally, I would recommend that. That is what I would use. But even if that is too high for you, balanced, you won't go too far wrong with that. Nice balance. I use that a lot this year, of course, until the 95 depth meta come in. But balanced is very good. But for me, of course, I am using aggressive with 95 on the line height. As we then move into the player roles, the striker, nice and easy, is going to be on advance forward and attack. Nice and simple. I always use that on most of my strikers. One thing I will say is, because I do get a lot of comments down below, Poacher is good and is one that I maybe would recommend for you. Poacher is definitely good. I don't like false 9 in the 4-2-1-3 because we have a cam, and target forward, I've tried it quite a few times. I just don't like it at all. I really don't like it. Like, I really don't. So advance forward and attack, your bread and butter in a one striker formation. Both the left winger though and the right winger are on exactly the same player roles. And I personally play inside forward and roaming. Now, the reason I use roaming is I noticed that my players drop a little bit shorter. Now, the reason I use roaming on the left winger and the right winger is because I notice when I'm in build up in possession of the ball, like in terms of like not a slow build up, but my opponent's defensive set, we have the ball and we're trying to recycle possession to create opportunities. When the inside forwards are on roaming, they do kind of find a little bit more space and give us more options on the passing lanes. And if you read what it says, when set to roaming, the inside forward is allowed to freely explore and exploit any defensive gaps they can find. I really like that. I never really got on with the 4-2-1-3 until a few months ago, and then ever since, and the reason being was because I used to use inside forward and attack or inside forward and balanced. Ever since I then changed to inside forward and roaming, I really noticed how much easier and how much better I personally found the 4-2-1-3. Now the cam though, very nice and easy on the cam in the 4-2-1-3, is just on playmaker and balance. Shadow striker is a personal favourite of mine, but not in a 4-2-1-3. I don't think it's effective in a 4-2-1-3. I kind of want that cam to actually be a playmaker in the 4-2-1-3 because we've got the left winger and the right winger on inside forwards making diagonal runs inwards. We've got the striker anyway. I do need my cam to kind of like be that number 10 where they just get the ball, play passes through, or because I've got Maradona with the technical, I like to use a little bit of the technical R1 dribbling to create spaces, create goal scoring opportunities, bish bash bosh. Now, this is the key thing in the 4-2-1-3 which I have found. You need to use, in my personal humble opinion, both your CDMs on deep line playmaker and build up on the focus. If you have build up on the focus, they will get forward more when we are in settled possession and give us more passing options. You will notice sometimes if you're not using build up on the focus, your two CDMs in the 4-2-1-3 will just sit there shielding and protecting the back four, which can be good if you struggle defensively. But when you are playing against an opponent that you are better than, you need your CDMs to get involved for the Trivellas to play them through balls. You need it. Trust me, you really need it, YouTube. So deep line playmaker and build up on both CDMs. Now, both my left back and my right back are on full back and defend, and that is actually because of this video, like because of the formation in this video, because of the 4-2-1-3 meta. And the fact that the left winger and the right winger don't really help out on defense. As soon as we lose the ball, if your opponent is playing a 4-2-1-3, if you have one of your fullbacks overlapping or both of your fullbacks overlapping, your opponent will just counter-attack constantly down the left and right hand side, and you will concede a lorry load of goals, which really annoys me because I'm a FIFA player that really likes to have overlapping fullbacks. But on this game at this moment in time, with the 4-2-1-3 meta, we just can't have that. You will get burnt, you will concede goals. It is really unfortunate. Both the centre-backs, though, nice and easy, are just on defender and defend. Very easy, just bread and butter. And then the goalkeeper, personally, for me, is on goalkeeper and balanced. I actually don't really notice any difference between sweeper keeper and goalkeeper. That's just my personal opinion. So I do have goalkeeper and balanced. If you read what balance says, with a balanced focus, the goalkeeper will occasionally leave their area to collect long or loose balls. I like that. It is just a little bit better. So with the ball, you will see it there. Traditional back four, nice and tight to cover against the 4-2-1-3 meta. Both CDMs pushing up, helping us out in the build-up. The cam there in the number 10 spot. The left winger and the right winger coming centrally as well. Just a very overpowered, broken formation and custom tactics, YouTube. It really is. And there's the code. Right on your screen right there. Remember, it will also be the top pinned comment down below. And that is going to be the end of the video, YouTube. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do. Drop it a like for me. Drop a comment down below. And if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.